Hi, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about the benefits and advantages of buying your own home. And I'm going to talk about the personal benefits that you get from buying a home and also the financial benefits that you will get. So welcome to my channel. Let's dive right into it. One compelling reason to buy real estate or to buy your first home, that it is a sound investment. As you may know, real estate in the long term always appreciates. It will never go down. So if you buy today at a certain amount, that asset or that house or that investment will only grow over time in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Imagine you buy a house today for $400,000. So in 20, 25 or 30 years, it'll double in value, maybe more than double in value. So an investment you make today for $400,000 or $200,000 or $1 million will definitely double in the next 20 or 30 years. That's a sound investment. Another key benefit of owning a home is it provides stability. When you buy a house, you feel the sense of security, the sense of owning something, and the peace of mind that you have your own property and you're going to live in that house as long as you want and nobody can check you out. You will also have the control of your living space, the control of your time, and decide how you want to live comfortably in that house. And you know, one of the most compelling and exciting things about owning your own house is that you living in comfort, living in your own house. But as you live in there and making your mortgage payments every month, month over month over month, you are building equity. And equity is the value of your home less any loans on the house. So let's say you have a house that's worth $1 million right now and you own $500,000 on that house. Then you have an equity of $500,000. And as you pay every month, that equity grows. Not only does it grow as you pay your mortgage, but it also grows as it appreciates. By the way, it's great to pay your mortgage payments because if you are renting, if you're watching this and if you're renting, you are paying a mortgage. You are paying your landlord's mortgage, and the landlord is building equity every time you make a payment. So would you rather make a payment for yourself on your own house where you can build your own equity, or would you rather pay your landlord's mortgage payment and build his or her equity? Something to think about, because one of the biggest advantages of owning a home is you build equity. And as we talk about equity and appreciation, as you're building wealth by doing nothing, just by paying your mortgage payments and living in a house, the other thing that's happening, and a lot of people don't consider this, a lot of the investors consider this when they buy properties, they buy for tax advantages. But when you buy a home, you will automatically get a tax benefit. Of course, I'm not an accountant, so consult your accountant or your CPA. But when you buy a home, the mortgage interest that you pay every month for the next 15 years or 30 years that you're going to pay every month like clockwork, those are tax deductible. So that's an advantage. Also, the property tax that you pay, each state has their own property tax values. In Orange County, where I live, the property tax is 1.1% of the purchase price. So if I bought a house for $1 million, my property tax is almost $11,000 a year, and that is tax deductible. So that's a big advantage. So between your mortgage payment and property tax, you can save a lot on taxes. So basically, you're adding more equity because you're also saving on taxes, and you may get a refund from those taxes because you own the house. By the way, as you're watching this channel, I wanted to thank you and also remind you to subscribe and make some comments on what you feel about buying a home. And also, if you can wait till the end, I have a bonus video link at the end of this video. It talks about when is the right time to buy. So there's two questions. Why do you want to buy a house? That's one thing you want to think about. But if you're ready to buy a house or thinking when is a good time to buy, that video explains to you when is the right time to buy a house for you. Personalization of your home is another big benefit of why you may want to own a home. When you rent a home or when you're living with somebody, you cannot change the colors of your room or add something in your backyard or paint the house outside because you are renting. But when you own the home, you do what you want, decorate the way you want it, paint it the way you want it, add some decor outside the house or in the yard where you may not be able to do it if you're renting because you have to take permission from the landlord or from the person who owns the home if it's a community or a management company. So personalization, which is very important to us in our lifestyle, daily living, is one of the big advantages of owning a home. Whether it's a townhouse that you own or a condominium that you own or even a house that you own, you can personalize inside the way you want, and in most cases you can also personalize outside if you own a home. In addition to personalizing your home, you can make additions if your family is growing or if you want to build a separate house or an ADU, accessory dwellers unit, and rent it out. Or if you have a big house, 4 or 5 bedrooms, and you want to rent one house out to somebody else, you are welcome to do that. It's your choice. If you're renting, you are not allowed to do that. So that's another big advantage, is you can do additions as you wish. Of course, you have to follow the city permits and the county permits and guidelines to build additions. One of the things that a lot of buyers don't think about, and of course you don't think about it until you get older like myself, but one of the things by buying a home is that you're going to leave a legacy for your next generation. Assuming you're married and you have kids or nephews or grandkids, you may want to leave a legacy for them. You want to leave them something because you love them and you want them to have a better life than you did. So if you buy a house today and then when you retire, if it's paid off, or you have several properties, you can live it, will it to them, and they will have a head start in their lifestyle and next generation. So you leave a legacy by owning a home. If you keep renting and renting and renting, and I've talked to some people and they said, I will never buy, which is fine. But by renting, you will not have assets built up, you will not have equity built up, and you will not have a legacy to leave behind or to will assets or a portfolio to your kids or grandkids or nieces and nephews. So that's a big advantage that a lot of people don't consider. You may want to consider that. Of course, talk to your accountant and an attorney how that works, because it's not that complicated, but it's something that you may want to talk about for long-term planning. Maybe you want a financial planner. So whether you're 25, 35, or 65, buying your first home is a decision that can bring you financial benefits, stability, and a sense of accomplishment. It's a step towards securing your future and creating a place to call your own. Thanks for joining me today, and happy house hunting. If you need a realtor anywhere, I'll be glad to refer you one. Don't forget to watch this video.